The morning sun glowed softly over the Jordan Valley as the sons of the prophets gathered along the riverbank. Their small community had grown, and under the guidance of the prophet Elisha, they decided it was time to build a larger meeting place. Excitement filled the air as they chose trees, marked wood, and began cutting. Among them was a young man who carried a borrowed axe, an iron tool that wasn't easy to come by in those days. He treated it with great care, gripping the handle tightly as he swung at a thick tree near the edge of the river. With each strike, the iron bit deep into the wood and chips flew into the air. But then, without warning, everything changed. The axe head snapped off the handle. Time seemed to slow as the young man watched the iron piece twirl through the air and disappear into the dark, rushing waters of the Jordan. His heart dropped. He fell to his knees at the river's edge. "Oh no, my master," he cried, voice shaking. It was borrowed. Elisha, who had been helping nearby, walked over with calm, steady steps. His presence alone brought a sense of peace. "Where did it fall?" Elisha asked. The young man pointed to the exact spot, his hands trembling with worry. Losing a borrowed tool wasn't a small mistake. It was a burden, a debt, a problem too big for him to fix on his own. Elisha looked at the river, then knelt down. He reached for a small stick from the ground, snapped it to size, and walked right to the place the young man had pointed out. Then, with quiet confidence, he tossed the stick into the water. For a moment, nothing happened. The river flowed steady and silent. Then ripples. The surface began to stir, as if something beneath was rising. Slowly, impossibly, the iron axe head lifted from the depths, breaking through the surface and floating on top of the water as lightly as a piece of wood. The young man gasped, covering his mouth in disbelief. Elisha smiled gently. "Pick it up." With trembling hands, the young man reached out and lifted the iron from the water. It felt warm, almost weightless, like he was holding not just metal, but a miracle. And in that moment, he understood something powerful. God doesn't only move mountains or speak through fire. He also cares about the small things, our worries, our mistakes, even something as simple as a borrowed axe head. If this miracle inspired you, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a reminder that God cares even about the small things.